Hello, I'm Kara. This is Davlin.
Yeah, I can introduce myself.
Yes, she can. All right, so we are super excited to welcome you to our team, Refine Me Nation. We are so glad that you're going to be a part of it with us. And we are extra excited to help you jumpstart your business and get you going so that you can build this into whatever it is that you dream of building. So we have 3 parts. So we'll have Jumpstart video 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to try and keep them around 10 minutes for you guys so that it's really doable to get jump started as quickly as possible. So for our first video, we're going to talk about what we actually do as coaches, the vital behaviors of this business, and then why you should get started now. So I'll hand it over to Davlin so she can talk about the first one.
Okay. So first of all, I want to congratulate you because you have just found your way into a CEO slot of your very own business. So that's kind of a big deal. A lot of people don't aspire to that, and so that's a pretty big deal. So congratulations on that. Okay, so becoming a coach is actually pretty doable. It's pretty easy to do because one nice thing when you are the CEO of your own company, you set the rules. You set the times that you're going to work, and you set how hard you're going to push and whatnot. So,
and sometimes you work with your little kids right here. See,
we work around that. So sorry about that, but that is one of the things that I love doing this is because I can do this business and be a mom, which is the thing that I want to do the most. So, sorry, I just had a brain cloud. Okay, so most people run a challenge group, and if you, most of you have been in a challenge group with your sponsor coach. If you haven't, then it's pretty easy to do. It's something that you usually do on Facebook, or actually Beachbody has come out with a Beachbody app, which is an amazing way to do it. And actually, it's the way that I prefer. It's so easy to post in there, and it's so easy to get the rest of your challengers involved. So really, really easy to run those challenge groups. And as a coach, you get people to try Beachbody products. You get them to use those products because they work. And when they see that, we're going to talk about this in a minute with the vital behaviors. But when they see that it's working with you, then they want to do it because they know it works. So you are going to be their best asset to making this team work or making their challenges, fruitful, because you're going to be their cheerleader and you're going to be pushing them to move forward because you know that these products work and you know that, what they need to do and what they need to change up to make it successful. So you're going to be their best cheerleader. And, okay, so the next thing is, your resources. There's lots of resources to use. Your upline coach is amazing. The upline team that you have are a great asset because they have done everything. They know the tried and true recipes and ingredients to use and whatnot. So they're a great resource. Also, you have YouTube and you have your Beachbody website, and they're great resources there. No matter of the resources that you have, though, is the resourcefulness. You're the one who is going to make those resources actually, those tools work for you. So just remember that however much you push is how your business is going to grow. If you're not going to put stuff into it, then your business is going to show that. So, it's going to mirror your efforts.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about the vital behaviors. We have 4 vital behaviors in Team Beachbody. Number 1 is proof. So what does that mean? Does it mean that you need to be on the cover of Shape magazine to be able to be a good coach? Absolutely not.
I would fail.
You do not need to look like that. In fact, most people actually connect with someone on a journey way more than somebody who already has the perfect body. Okay? So people connect with people on a journey. The being proof means that you use the workouts, that you drink Shakeology or use the performance line, and you share and you talk about it. That's what being proof is that you're using those and showing people that it does work and that it does change lives. Number 2, the second vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. We like to call it share because
it's easier if you learn it as share, because when you hear invite, it kind of scares you away. But if you're just sharing,
it's a lot different that way. Absolutely. So there will not be a day in your life that you will be selling Beachbody products. Well, I guess you could, but if you do, you will not be successful with it because you cannot sell it. You've got to share it, and you've got to show how it impacts your life and share it with other people. And in sharing, you do invite people to come and join you and come along on this journey with you and change their life as well. Number 3, the third vital behavior, is personal development. So this one for me, I kind of thought that personal development was for people who had issues and like needed to fix them or something. And I'm like, well, that's not me. I'm good, right? But
I'm already positive. I don't need to look into that.
And that's, really, I felt like I was a pretty positive person and that it wasn't really something I needed. But it has been a game changer and a life changer for me. Is starting to listen to and to implement into my life the things that I'm learning every day with personal development. There is so much to learn and so much improvement that each of us can make in our lives and in our business as well. And you always keep learning and keep growing.
And even if it's not like focused on that one thing that you feel that you need a little help on, it's actually going to overflow into those things that you didn't realize that you needed that a little extra effort into. Yeah. So it's going to help all around and not just in that one little area.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing. So we have some in the files tab on our team page. There's a whole bunch of recommendations that you can do of stuff you can do for personal development. So we recommend 15 to 30 minutes a day personal development, okay? And if you don't already have a book, a great one to start with is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy or The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Both of those are amazing, and they were serious game changers, life changers for me. 100%.
In the beginning of this business, for sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the fourth vital behavior is recognition. So this is important because who doesn't like to be told that they are doing a good job or just recognize when they've done something well? That is the fourth vital behavior, and it's kind of new. It's something that was recently added to these, but it's so important in your challengers, in the coaches that you're going to have join your team, to recognize them. And there are so many ways to do that, and we'll talk about it later, but there are so many ways to recognize them, and it doesn't always, there's just different ways of doing it. So, all right, so those are the vital behaviors. And then I'll let you kind of talk about the next.
Okay, so the vital behaviors are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. And consistency is the key. Honestly, like if anybody were to ask what's the secret sauce of this business, for me it's consistency. Because people want to see that you are repeatedly doing something. They are not going to believe that what you're doing is actually working if you only do it every week or so. If you're only talking about those things that you're doing not very often, then people are going to be like, oh, maybe it's kind of flaky and they don't want to do that. Or maybe it's really not legit, So consistency is the key. First of all, it builds trust. And people will know that they'll look at you and say, this is a real business. And, they're making it such a real business, and they are putting the hours and the effort into it as a real business. So it's going to build that trust with your clientele to know that you are there and you're going to be there for them. So interest. People, when they tell you that they're not interested or flat out no doesn't mean no. No means not right now. No means that they're not ready. So if you think that you're ready to have them, they may not be quite ready, or vice versa. Because what if happens if tomorrow they find out that they're expecting? Well, this goes back to your building that trust. They want to see that you're consistent, because in 9 months, they're going to know that they can come to you and they can get rid of that baby weight. So be consistent, because it is going to show people interest, and they're going to say, when I have this baby, I'm going to come to you. And I actually had a few clients that did that. And they will continue to see your posts in their journey, and that's going to keep them pumped throughout their whole whatever they're going through, knowing that when they see that light at the end of the tunnel, then they have somewhere to go. And become predictable. Really, if they know that you're running challenge groups every single month, then they know that they can come to you. And so, you're building that trust, and they know that you're going to have that for them when they are ready. So,
all right. So I'll let her go grab her crying babe, and I'll talk about a big question a lot of people have is, how do I post and share my journey, right? So, here's a good example is if you were going to recommend a restaurant to somebody, would you feel like that you need to know who the chef is, the square footage of the building? Would you need to know every single thing about their loan and what interest rate they got on their business? No, you wouldn't. Like, you would just say, oh my gosh, I went to this restaurant and it was fantastic and awesome. So don't feel like, as you share, that you need to know every single thing about this business right now. Know what you know and be excited about it and share about it. like we said earlier, it's about sharing, not selling. And that's something that you need to remember. So we're going to learn even more about sharing and posting your journey. But the important thing is that you start right now and that you show people how you want to change your life, the things that you're doing to change your life, and just share about it. All right, so once these 3 videos are completed, the other thing is that in our team page, we're going to do a lot of business building activities there. So you'll be added to that. And that's going to be a good resource for you. There's tons of stuff in there, and we'll, in future trainings, we'll kind of talk even more about it. But the important thing is get started right now, and you'll get better as you go. Don't be afraid to jump in. Just jump in and
go
do it.
in and learn as you go.
And it'll get easier and easier as you go. So, all right, so we'll see you for Jumpstart video number 2. Bye.